Well, I did it. I finally did it. I ranked every single MCU movie ever made, so far. They will be simply ranked from worst to best. Now please remember, this is the definitive ranking, no arguments.
Oh, hell no!
Are you crazy? What's wrong with you?
I don't want peace. I want problems, always!
Whoa, I'm just playing. This is just my ranking, guys. I do not want any smoke. So hit the like button and let's go.
Action!
Kicking us off at number 37 is The Marvels. This movie felt like a group project where nobody talked until the night before. 3 leads, 0 chemistry. Dude, Goose the cat had more personality than the entire script. Dialogue was atrocious, villain was the worst. Plus, I really hate musicals. Don't ask me why, I just do. Okay?
Power of one, the power of two, the power of many.
You know, I think they're on drugs.
The power.
Simply put, this movie just really sucks, man. What a show.
Oh, the music. I hated the music.
Now we have another crap fest. Thor, Love, and Thunder. Oh man, Thor Ragnarok walked so this movie could trip over screaming goats? I don't know. This whole movie was a total mess. It was like watching a $250 million improv show that refused to end. Taika Waititi's style went from refreshing to overwhelming. They did the God Butcher dirty, and the jokes just didn't stop landing flat. Total fail.
As is tradition, the protectors of our world are bestowed with great feasts.
Fail. Impressively fail.
And rounding out our bottom 3 is Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania at 35. It somehow made the quantum realm feel boring and generic. They hyped Kang up as the next big villain. Instead, he got beat by ants. Actual ants. Man, Jonathan Majors was cooking, but the script gave him microwave instructions. What a hot mess. And where the hell was Louise?
Why?
Dude, that movie sucked.
Next up is Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. We were promised a wild multiverse ride, but we got 2 universes and Pizza Papa instead. Wanda carried the movie on her back, even though Marvel made her evil and stupid just because.
Look how they mess, Wanda.
This was just all over the place. Terrible plot, terrible script. Steve Strange had no arc, and my beloved Wanda was wasted as a character. Damn.
No, I think they're on drugs.
And now, Eternals. This movie was directed by Chloe Zhao and also by NyQuil. Beautiful cinematography wasted on the most boring gods imaginable. Script was boring, performances were wooden, characters were generally lame. Ah man, I was bored out of my skull. Only characters I liked were the Speedster and Kingo's human valet. These robots spent 7,000 years hiding, but couldn't hide from this ranking. This should have been a miniseries. Fail. Ah yes, another boring one, Thor, the lame dark world. The most exciting thing about this movie is that I remembered it existed last night as I was watching it with tears in my eyes. Dark elves, dark tone, dark cloud in the writer's room.
Turn on the lights.
Oh, hey, Loki faked his death again. Jane Foster was there, technically. I can tell there were a lot of rewrites on this one. Honestly, I'd rather watch paint dry on Asgardian walls. It's just boring, man.
Bored.
Now, 2022's Black Panther Wakanda Forever. They had the impossible task of making this without Chadwick Boseman. Respect to the effort, but the story felt bloated. Namor was okay, I guess, but the movie dragged like crazy. Heart's there, but execution? Mid at best. Some of the action sequences were cool, but that's about it. It is definitely too long, and I felt every second of it. Very underwhelming.
This movie sucks.
Next up, we have Captain America, Brave New World. What a expected mess.
Oh, damn it. I knew that was going to happen.
Sam Wilson as a character deserves better, man.
That's just wrong.
This movie felt like Civil War light. Very light. Diet politics, flat villains, and very shaky pacing. The wings were cooler than the plot. Respect to Mackie, but man, this wasn't it. The rewriting force is strong with this one. Sam was treated much better before that annoying Disney Plus show. Damn.
I miss the good old days when you were my sidekick.
Now for a not-so-golden oldie, Iron Man 2. I cannot overstate how much I was disappointed by this movie when it first came out. It spent too much time setting up the MCU instead of telling a good Tony story. Mickey Rourke wanted his bird. Justin Hammer was funny at least. That's it. The rest was just erratic scenes jumbled together with old masking tape. The ultimate nothing burger. Still better than Eternals though.
But why? What have I ever done to them?
Next up, we have Ant-Man and the Wasp. This was supposed to be a Marvel palate cleanser for us fans, except it tasted like cardboard. Ghost as a villain? Forgettable. The plot? Subpar. Performances? Mostly subpar. So was the humor. The movie only mattered because of its quantum realm connection to Endgame. What a misfire. With all that said, I was just happy to see Louise again. Speaking of misfires, we have Captain Marvel up next. This movie should have been a home run. Instead, it fell on the way. Carol Danvers deserved better than an origin story where the twist is basically, oh yeah, she had powers the whole time. The villains were lackluster. The 90s songs carried harder than the plot. So ultimately, this movie's main problem is that it was good old-fashioned mediocre. Hashtag mid. Next up, the MCU's mistreated stepchild, the could-have-been Incredible Hulk. Remember when Edward Norton was Bruce Banner? Yeah, neither does Marvel. The best part was the post-credit scene with Tony Stark. The rest was just okay. Bruce's story at least made sense. He was on the run and actively trying to cure his affliction. I felt his sense of urgency. The villains were actually intimidating enough for the Hulk. But the CGI was janky at parts and Bruce and Betty had zero chemistry. Looking back now, I miss this version of Abomination. Curse you, She-Hulk.
Jesus Christ!
Continuing our run of mid-movies, we have 2011's Thor. This one was just fine. Dutch angles everywhere, a weird eyebrow bleach job, and Natalie Portman pretending she cared about science. The actors do a fine enough job, except for Tom Hiddleston. He killed that shit. The romance subplot fell flat. There was just no chemistry between our so-called lovebirds. The plot was also sloppy at times, but overall, not too bad. Now, for our other mid-superhero debut, Ant-Man. This was Marvel's version of a heist movie.
What do you want me to do?
I want you to break into a place and steal some stuff.
Makes sense.
Paul Rudd crushed it, but Yellow Jacket was discount Iron Man / Ant-Man in yellow. Fun overall concept, small stakes, literally. Thank God the real star of the movie Louise is here. If he wasn't, this movie would be a few rankings lower. It's a good old-fashioned fun and light-hearted kids movie. Nothing more, nothing less.
And now His Majesty the King.
Okay, I was at a wine tasting with my cousin Ernesto, which was mainly reds, and you know I don't love reds, man. You know, but there was a rosé that saved the day. It was delightful. And he tells me about this girl, Emily, that we used to kick it with. It was actually the first pair of boobs that I ever touched.
It's the wrong details. It's the wrong... It has nothing to do with the story. Go.
Come on now, dawg. Come on, man.
Next up, we have Black Widow. First off, this should have come out years earlier. Instead, we got a cobbled-together prequel nobody asked for with a villain who turned Taskmaster into a glorified NPC. This movie has some cool action scenes here and there, but the villains were a serious miss. The comedy felt forced at times, but mostly tolerable. It starts off way better than it ends, but I still find it rewatchable. The CGI could have been way better in the third act, because wow, that scene is trash. Natasha deserved much better than this.
Damn, you fine.
You sick bastard.
Now, we get to the flawed but still mostly good tier with Captain America: The First Avenger. The whole cast was actually great, but this movie felt like a recruitment ad with a Marvel budget. Red Skull looked cool though. This movie gets the job done. A decent intro to this character, but nowhere near Cap's best. The action is very good and the plot is tight, no unnecessary flab. It gives us a clear picture of who Steve Rogers is as a person, and I like the view. Marvel managed to do the impossible. They made me like a superhero I absolutely hated in the comics. Bravo, Marvel. Bravo. Next up, 2018's Black Panther.
Hold up.
Oh my God.
This fool is tripping.
I'm out of here.
Why would you do that?
I can explain.
I am aware that some might consider this a hot take, but let me cook. Look, this movie is overrated. Sorry, not sorry. The Afrofuturism may be stunning and Killmonger may be a top-tier villain, but that third-act CGI battle looked like a PS3 cutscene, bro. The cast is great, but the script itself is actually subpar and the pacing is all over the place. It's saved by its good parts being really good. Chadwick Boseman really ate this role and left no crumbs, as they say. Our next entry is Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. This one feels a bit like déjà vu to me sometimes, because the same things I liked in Black Panther I like here. But this movie's first act was better. Look, it doesn't reinvent the Marvel wheel, but it does its job well. This movie slapped hard when it slapped. The bus fight scene alone is peak Marvel action, but the dragon fight at the end? It felt like Marvel said, "Okay guys, let's add crack to this beautiful tiramisu cake while it's in the oven. This will end well." Marvel and its goddamn third-act CGI fests, man. This movie could have been really dope.
Who the hell is interrupting my kung fu?
My bad.
In 19th place, we have Deadpool and Wolverine.
What the bro?
You want to die? Do you want to die?
Yeah.
This was basically Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman doing fan fiction, and it was decidedly mixed.
Shut your mouth.
Meta jokes and 1,000 cameos alone do not a great movie make. The visuals were quite good at parts, my favorite being Cassandra's powers, but the plot was nonsensical.
Just walk away. You can put a stop to all this. Just walk away, and we will spare your lives. Just walk away.
I liked it even less on my second watch, but still fun somehow, and I think that's mostly because of the cast's amazing work. All in all, it's a mixed bag, but the positives do outweigh the negatives. I just wish all the fan service was in service of a much better story.
So cute.
I survived.
I will never forgive you. Ever.
The 18th best entry on our list is Thor: First Steps. I'm still not on board with that title, but whatever.
It's lame.
This one's much better than the last one.
This is a piece of shit.
Yeah.
I'm just glad Marvel finally gave us a Fantastic Four that wasn't, well, trash.
You can't keep getting away with it!
It wasn't perfect, but at least Galactus wasn't a space cloud this time around. What a relief. The cast? Great. The setting? Great. The script? Very good. The movie didn't take itself too seriously and was all the better for it. My main complaint is the underused Silver Surfer. She was boring. But the superhero team itself felt like a family. The stakes in this movie actually felt higher than Snoop Dogg on a plane. Once again, Marvel made me like characters I didn't care for in the comics.
Hold up.
They're the same person!
Number 17 on our list is Iron Man. I mean Doctor Strange. Yes, the two origin stories are somewhat similar but different enough to enjoy both a lot. This is basically Marvel's Inception without the intricate plotting and storytelling. But the visuals slapped, Cumberbatch nailed the role, and Dormammu got bargained with to death. That was refreshing.
Dormammu! Dormammu! Dormammu!
I love Tilda Swinton in anything, to be honest. The cinematography could have been better though because some of the sets looked very cheap. The humor was a bit weak. Mads Mikkelsen was wasted in this one-dimensional role. He should have been Doctor Doom. Real talk.
Now a word from our sponsor.
Eternal still sucks!
Okay, that's enough.
Damn, bro.
At number 16, we have Spider-Man No Way Home, the undisputed prince of member berries.
Remember?
Remember?
Please remember.
Now I remember.
3 Spider-Men. That's it. That's the tweet. This is fan service turned into cinema. Under a less capable team, this movie could have gone all kinds of wrong, but it still delivers a fun and action-packed movie. It also helps that the movie's emotional beats are solid. Man, I miss Aunt May. The less said about the plot though, the better. It's very nonsensical. Luckily for us, great nostalgia trumps plot every time, right?
Worked every time.
Yeah.
At least Peter's arc itself moves him closer to the comic book Spidey we all know and love. The 15th place is occupied by Avengers Age of Ultron, or more accurately, The Days of Ultron. Marvel did my boy dirty man, but James Spader as Ultron is goated. That voice is silk to my ears. I actually enjoyed the CGI in this one. The introduction of Scarlet Witch and Vision were really nice and made sense. Most of the earlier set pieces are great, my favorite being the Hulk versus Hulkbuster street brawl. Fun fact, that was filmed in my home country of South Africa. I've walked those same streets Hulk crashed out in. No wonder my car insurance premiums went up that year.
No one cares.
Seriously, no one cares.
Now for the negatives. The story is weak and the humor is very hit and miss. The middle portion of the movie drags to a grinding halt. Thor did the whole Marvel-mandated random cave thing. The final showdown with Ultron just devolved into the Avengers fighting a bunch of mindless drones. Again. There were just too many chefs in the kitchen, but the highest highs were way stronger than the lowest lows. Plus, it was fun to see the Avengers just hanging out like us mere mortals.
There are no strings on me.
Number 14 on our list is Spider-Man Far From Home. A few plot holes aside, this was a fun movie for me. Mysterio and his projections were enjoyable, but Peter's Tony Stark Jr. arc, not so much. The script was uneven at parts, but solid overall. This movie was mostly funny and didn't overstay its welcome. It's very silly at its core, but hey, we got J.K. Simmons back as J. Jonah Jameson, so I can't be too mad.
Spider-Man, a psychopath wielding powers he has no right to possess.
Number 13 is Thunderbolts, or should I say the New Avengers? Either way, it has very good character-driven storytelling. Sentry was just the right amount of menacing. Not every superhero movie needs to end with a lot of noise. Sometimes a hug will suffice. The script was tight and the pacing mostly good. The few action scenes also on point. It's always good to see more practical effects. It was good to see John Walker again. He was treated like shit in his previous appearance. I still think he or Bucky should have been the team leader though. That's just me. But anyway, Taskmaster and Ghost were woefully wasted, especially Taskmaster. Get it? Wasted?
Fatality.
We get it.
Okay, let's wrap it up. This movie is way better than it has any right to be.
Got milk?
At number 12, we have a golden oldie, Iron Man 3. I actually like it.
Blasphemy!
This is sacrilege!
Wait, I can explain!
Tony Stark having PTSD after New York and acting reckless at first was great character work, and the CGI was top-notch. The script, mostly great. The Mandarin twist? Cool with me, but it would have landed much better if Aldrich Killiam was a better written villain. Maya Henson was also wasted. I liked watching Tony improvising and showing off his resourcefulness throughout. The overall humor was handled really well. I still enjoy it. Ultimately, it's an above-average movie that could have been great with a few tweaks here and there.
Honestly, I hate working here. They are so weird.
And now a short intermission.
I'm sorry, Mr. Whitaker, I couldn't hear you. What did you say?
I said, God help me.
At number 11, we have The Avengers.
Oh, that's why.
Blasphemy! 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 He's him!
The classic first team-up. At the time, this was mind-blowing. The cast has chemistry for days, the dialogue is actually still on point, and the CGI actually still holds up pretty well. The main problems come from the script. It needed a bit of punching up because the first act tends to drag sometimes. Too much exposition. And man, I really did not like Captain America's costume in this one. But with all that said, it's still iconic, revolutionary even, but a little clunky compared to what came later. Also, that shawarma scene is still goated. At number 10, we have Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. I'll speedrun some of this. Fire intro sequence. Character arcs are pretty solid. Pacing is a little off, drags in the middle. Humor mostly holds up. Loved Rocket's forest action sequence. CGI was above average, but third act fight was visually mixed. Nebula and Yondu carried this movie. Also, Ego the Living Planet being a literal planet dad was weird. but it worked.
It's alive! It's alive!
His plan would have made James Gunn's Superman's parents proud. Definitely way more highs than lows. And am I the only one who finds Mantis cute as hell? She can get it.
You sick bastard. I'm Mary Poppins, y'all!
At number 9, we have Thor Ragnarok, arguably Thor's peak. He got a glow up, Hulk got lines, Jeff Goldblum existed. That's all you need sometimes. This was Marvel finally realizing that Thor could be fun. The action was dope, script was fun and well-paced, and the visuals were beautiful. Man, this movie was fun. The humor got too much sometimes, but only in a few places. Great villain, great character arcs for the heroes, and a great Led Zeppelin needle drop. What more can you ask for?
She was so cool.
At number 8, we have Avengers Endgame.
What the f is your problem?
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
Wrong, wrong, wrong!
You're such a loser.
The undisputed king of member berries, the time heist, the portal scene, Tony's snap, peak fan service, even if the plot had more holes than Swiss cheese. Still unforgettable. Look, if you can get past the middle portion of the movie dragging like a three-legged mule, there's a lot of fun to be had. This movie is purely a love letter to us MCU fans, and it mostly works in that context, even though Black Widow and Hulk were done dirty.
Assemble.
Great success.
Our 7th slot goes to Spider-Man: Homecoming. Peter Parker finally felt like a high schooler. Michael Keaton as Vulture was beautiful. Also, Ned becoming the guy in the chair is peak best friend energy. This movie just worked on most levels. Its script is sharp, cast is mostly great, and the action scenes are really dope. It's just great fun all around, and I was happy that I didn't have to see his origins again.
Thank you, God. Oh, thank God.
Finally, we've reached number 6, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. This movie was emotional damage wrapped in space comedy. Damn. Rocket's backstory made me cry. On the inside because I'm a man, he said toxically. Anyway, I absolutely love this movie. The emotional beats don't skip a beat, and that's with all the major characters. The action sequences are thrilling. The humor actually lands, and the storyline was impeccably paced. The Evolutionary was a fantastic villain. The only real letdown was how Adam Warlock was handled. He was the weakest part of the movie. But overall, James Gunn wasn't playing around with this one. He left the MCU on a high note.
You made it to the top 5.
At number 5, we have Captain America: Civil War. Basically Avengers 2.5, but better. This is a grown-up Marvel movie. It could have easily been style over substance, but it was much more. The action sequences were all exciting and beautifully executed. The plot was thrilling and still personal and emotionally resonant. The acting was just 5 out of 5 all around, and all the characters' decisions made sense. That airport fight scene was legendary, but that final three-way fight is simply iconic. Look, this movie is just top tier, and if you ask me what my ranking is next week, this might even be number 2. Easily.
What do we do, Cap?
We fight.
Work for me, dance for me, move for me, shake for me.
Number 4 is the one that started it all, Iron Man. It still holds up remarkably well upon rewatch. Great character arc, check. Great script, check. Great visuals, check. Great characters, check. The humor here is also seamless, not forced like later Marvel movies. Its only stumbling block is the Ironmonger part. Jeff Daniels should have stuck around longer. But overall, it is a well-balanced movie. I understand why it remains the blueprint for the rest of the MCU. It more than earns its spot as a Hall of Famer.
I am Iron Man.
At number 3, we have the first Guardians of the Galaxy. A talking raccoon and a tree made me cry. Marvel took D-list characters and made them icons. This is just fun all around. The same statements I made about Iron Man can be repeated here. This one's only stumbling block is also its villain, Ronan the Accuser. He was just weak sauce man. But everything else is firing on all cylinders. Nicole Perlman and James Gunn truly made a classic here.
Now, which one's it gonna be?
Drum roll, please.
Makes sense.
The second best MCU movie is Captain America, The Winter Soldier, Marvel's only real spy thriller. Tight action, political intrigue, and the elevator fight that lives rent-free in my head. This was Marvel firing on all cylinders, man. The score on this is also amazing. The first time the Winter Soldier showed up is still a classic for me. The whole cast absolutely killed it here. And thank God that Steve's suit was upgraded from the Avengers. I only have one word to describe this movie. Wow.
And the winner is...
It's obvious.
And now for the best MCU movie ever, for this week at least. Avengers Infinity War, the snap that broke the internet. First off, brilliant move making Thanos the real protagonist of this masterpiece. Magnificent. The visuals were stunning, the story engaging, and the script consistently top tier. And again, I must mention the score. It still hits me in the feels, especially when Gamora dies and the last scene of Thanos on the porch. I love it. There are too many classic scenes here, man, but when Steve says, "Oh God, I still feel that." What a beautiful spectacle. This is the pinnacle of the entire Marvel Cinematic Universe. No contest.
And cut!
That's a wrap.
So there it is. My entire MCU ranking so far. I'm pretty sure I have not pissed anybody off and everyone agrees with me, right? Anyway, this was a fun exercise, but now I can finally catch up on my anime. I'd like to see your lists in the comments. If you enjoyed this chaos, smash that like button, it really helps the channel out, and subscribe for more content every week. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
I am...